Good morning.
Welcome in Belgium, welcome in Bruges. We are speaking Flemish or Dutch in this region, and but you can say Margaret, that will be all right. And we will see a lot of monuments, a lot of interesting buildings in the city. I will tell you something about the history of Bruges. A lot of people in Bruges are speaking English, but our language normally is Dutch or Flemish. So if there is somebody who can't speak English, please make a choice to another one. Most of them will speak English. Was the chief of this region, and he sent his son-in-law and his daughter. His son-in-law, that was Baldwin, his daughter was Judith, with a group of soldiers to this region. And then when they come here, as you can see in the harbor, this harbor is a car harbor. You can see a big boat, for instance, at your left side. That's a Korean from Korea, and you see that a lot of cars are leaving or coming on. They are coming on the ship, and maybe all the cars produced in Europe were going by the harbor here to the rest of the world, and on the other hand, a lot of cars produced in other countries, for instance in Korea or in other countries, and they coming here and they were distributed in the harbor. As you can see, a lot of cars, 4 million cars every year. So that's a lot. It's the most important car harbor of the world, going in and going out. Now we are going back to history, to our Baldwin. He arrives here with his Judith, with his soldiers, and he will defend the region against those Normans, and he will build a fortress on that dune near the sea. And there was a kind of a river at that time, and the river gives access to the sea, but the Normans can come to this place too by this river. So this was good for commercial reasons. On the other hand, you have easy access of the enemy also. Anyway, he has built his fortress. He was the first Count of Flanders. That was what the King of France said to Baldwin. And then you have many years of Counts of Flanders. And in that time, people were coming to this place because it was a safe place, it was dry, they have protection, and they are living around that fortress, and that becomes a town. From the 12th century, Bruges was a real town, and they built a first wall around the town in the 12th century. And that was an important town, and the town has a harbor in the center of the city itself. And times go on, and Counts of Flanders, more Counts of Flanders were following one after the other. And in the 14th century, again, the city was bigger and bigger. And in the 14th century, at the end of the 14th century, they will build another wall. And the city was bigger than before. And this second wall, we will see it. There were two walls around the city. One of them is still existing, so we will see it. And then after that, we are going on. The last Countess of Flanders will die. She was married to Duke of Burgundy, and after that time, and now we are speaking of the 15th and the 16th century, it were the Dukes of Burgundy. They have a big country. It was not only Flanders, but also Burgundy in France of today, and other parts of now Belgium, Holland, France. One big country, important country in the world, in Europe at that time, because France and England, Britain, were fighting in their 100 Years' War, and Burgundy and Flanders were a very good region at that time to live, with important commercial activities and so on and so on. But in that time, ships are becoming bigger. On the other hand, in this region they were building dikes, And with those dikes, the region will become drier and drier and become a very important agriculture region. And so it is today. But on the other hand, the river also was drier and drier. It becomes a small river and the boats were bigger, so Bruges cannot stay anymore a harbor. And then at the end of the 15th, beginning of the 16th century, there was no harbor anymore in the center of Bruges, and Bruges became a very poor city and a very poor region. Why was it that rich before? Because they were importing wool from Scotland and from Spain. They made a Flemish cloth, a woolen cloth that was very famous at that time. They exported to everywhere in Europe, and so this region has a certain prosperity. And in the 15th, 16th century, that was away. No more richness in this region, and Bruges become a very poor city in a very poor region. And that stays on until the 19th century. In the 19th century, people arrived in this region from England for the Grand Tour in Europe, from France, the first tourists, and people in Bruges realized they have a nice and rich patrimonium. They started restorations, they started to build new buildings in a style of before, the neo-Gothic style, before it was the Gothic style, and Bruges became very, very famous on a touristical plan. So that was nice because it was otherwise a rich city, and nowadays Bruges is it's a small city. 120,000 people are living in Bruges, only 20,000 in the ancient center of Bruges, but now it's a rather rich city in Belgium. It's a nice city to live, it's a very comfortable city to live, and I'm very proud that I can walk with you in that city and can show you a lot of buildings from the medieval times. They were restored in the 19th and maybe again, and sometimes again in the 20th century. And on the other hand, since about 20 years, we are Patrimonium of UNESCO. So the ancient city of Bruges is Patrimonium of UNESCO, and so are a lot of monuments. For instance, the Béguinage. We will not visit it itself, we will pass by, and in 1998 all the Béguinage in Flanders were also Patrimonium of UNESCO. Another important thing in the year 2002, Bruges was cultural capital of Europe, and at that time they have built a new concert hall. And I will show it to you, the new concert hall. So everything goes fine. We have every year a lot of tourists, and you will see it. But now we are arriving rather early in Bruges, and that will be fine because you can see comfortable a lot of monuments. Everything is arranged for you. You will go on the boat, you have no waiting time because everything is arranged for you, so it is a very fine way to visit the city. And when there is your free time at about 11 and I don't know exactly so then everything is opened and you can buy some chocolate or you can buy other things you like in Bruges. You can drink something, you can eat something, so you will, I'm sure that the city you will enjoy yourself in this beautiful city. As you can see, we are, this is industrial area, we are leaving the harbor and we are going to the city of Bruges, but of course in this region there are also, we are working, we need to have some money. And so we have some industrial activities, but always clean activities. They are not polluting the air, and that is important for all those cars, that the air is clean.
Yes, this here the first place, and then there you are. Okay.
1 o'clock we will see just over this street at the right side, and then that's the meeting.
Okay, the red dot.
Yeah, red dot. 1 o'clock we see each other over there.
Okay.
Okay?
Is the best waffle.
The best waffles. All the waffles are good.
Good here? Okay.
No, I cannot say that. The choice is difficult. And the best one on the other side of the cookie. Okay. Just over here we turn again to the right side. And then in front of us we have a square. And this square is indicated on your map with the red dots. So I think we will meet each other again at 1 o'clock, and I will indicate immediately at the right side that will be a nice place. And if you have some questions, some information you need, I hope I can answer it. But don't ask me where are the best fries, best I don't know what, because everything in Bruges is very good. We are now on the square, and we will see each other on this place at 1 o'clock.
Nice.
1 o'clock I will see you again here. Please
Okay.
put your device.
How many minutes from now?
From now is exact 1 hour.
1 hour. So we'll
1
be here an hour.
exact.
Okay.
1 hour, it's now for me 12 o'clock. 1 o'clock we see each other here.
Here. All right.